Hello everyone. Welcome to Epism Tutorials, an online platform for English learning. Before moving to our topic, I would request you to please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for getting updates about the latest videos. An ode is a kind of poetry expressing emotion, and it is usually addressed to someone or something. It also represents the poet's musings or thoughts on that person or thing, as Keats' Ode to Autumn tells us what he thought as he reflects on the season of autumn. So today's our topic is Ode to Autumn, Chapter 4 in your Magic Strokes Apex book written by John Keats. John Keats was an English romantic poet born in the end of 18th century. His other odes such as Ode to a Grecian Urn and Ode to a Nightingale are also very popular. Let's read the poem. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run. Notice the exclamatory sign at the end of the first line. This sign is used when we address someone. So the poet here is addressing the season of autumn. He calls it the season of autumn. He calls it the season of mists. Mist means fog, a foggy season. And mellow fruitfulness. Mellow means mild. Fruitfulness means being full of fruit and juice. So here the season of autumn is represented as the peak of summer, when the fruits are fully ripe. This is the season of mist because in this season the clouds are hanging low. Bosom friend means a close friend. Maturing sun means that sun is getting older. Of course, the sun doesn't really get much older in the autumn, but it is sinking lower in the sky and may look a little tired. So autumn season is addressed here as the close bosom friend of the sun and is in a conspiracy with the sun how to put on and bless with fruit the vines that run around the roof. Conspiracy means joint plan. Conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run. Thatch is a reed or some other plant that is used as roof covering. You can still find lots of these cottages today in the UK with thatch roofs. You can search online for examples. So the vines, the fruit vines, are curling around the lower ends of the roof. To bend with apples the mossed cottage trees. Due to the weight of the apples, due to the weight of the ripe fruit, the branches are bending. Mossed means covered with moss, the thick and low green stuff that can grow on almost everything. The branches of these mossed cottage trees are weighing down due to the heavy fruits, due to the ripe fruits, ripe apples, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core. The fruit is filled with ripeness to the core, to the center. It means the fruit is fully ripe. To swell the gourd and plump the hazel shells, with the sweet kernel to set budding more, and still more later flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. The gourd becomes big and full. Plump also means to become full. Hazel is a kind of nut. Hazelnuts, you can find those in Nutella or in chocolate. So the poet says that autumn season has conspired with the sun to ripen all the fruits, to swell the gourd, means the gourd, to make the gourd ripe, to make the gourd swell, and to also ripen the hazel shells, the hazelnut. With the sweet kernel to set budding more. Kernel is the core or the center of the fruit. Budding means growing and expanding. So all these fruits are ripened to their core with the sweet kernel inside, which is said to produce even more and more. From the seed or center of a fruit, you can always grow more and more fruits. So that's why the poet said to set budding more, means to set, produce more and more, and still more later flowers for the bees. Later on, it will produce flowers for the bees to pollinate until they think warm days will never cease. Cease means end, stop. Hence, it gives an illusion to the bees that the warm days will never stop, the warm days will never end. For summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. Clammy means moist. So the line means that summer has made the nuts and flowers and all the harvest of summer grow until it bursts. So in the first stanza, Keats concentrates on the sights of autumn, ripening grapes and apples, swelling gourds and hazelnuts and blooming flowers. So the first stanza describes the period before the harvest, when full ripening leads to the dropping of the seeds, which sets the stage for spring flowers and the whole process starting over again. Tomorrow we will read the second stanza of this poem that describes the period after the harvest. I would advise you to go through the first stanza of the poem over and over again for better comprehension.
That's it. Please like and share if the video proved useful to you. Also leave your opinions and queries in the comment box below. See you in our next video. Good day.